Good morning. It is June 19th, 2024. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the BlueGamer Bluecast Morning Show, the daily video game morning talk show where I, a professional video game enthusiast of 30 plus years, Adam Blue, will cover news and industry insights along with, excuse me, what I've been getting into. Yeah, I had a tough morning for some reason. I woke up fine, but I'm just a little, I'm dragging a little. I don't know why. There's no reason for it because we have video games to talk about. Let's see. Autonomous glasses costume unlocked. Yeah, this is the I'm super tired. Here's my mask. Look. Okay. But good to see you. Okay, what are we going to talk about today? Well, you know what was interesting was shortly after yesterday's Bluecast, Nintendo had their Direct. They had some announcements, so we'll talk about that. Another thing, it's funny, I've been showing off these Street Fighter action figures, and I happen to get another one. That's right, it's Evil Ryu, so this is pretty sick. Just another one to add to the collection of all these Street Fighter figures I have. I don't know what it is. There's just so much about this, just the way these figures look, the way they are engineered. It's just a work of art. It's like the game alive. So, you know, the video game of Street Fighter looking alive. Yeah. Anyway. So, I think that's it. Because really, I didn't play any video games yesterday. I don't think. Because, yeah, I got off work. Just talking with the wife. Doing little things. I think we went out. And then I was working on stuff for the Gundam Explain channel. The video is up about my GOG. Yeah, what is... Yeah, if you don't know Gundam, that's going to sound like a weird sentence. But the video is up over there. Okay, so, hey, JMKLX, good to see you. All right, let's jump into it. So let's actually start with this article I pulled up from GameSpot. That's about the announcements Nintendo made yesterday, and I'm curious what everyone thinks about these things. So, one, let me add, excuse me, I don't want to add that, but how positive the reaction has been to these announcements lately, these showcases, when in fact I think overall they've been sort of mid, but I think it's because we've been needing some positivity that what we've been seeing out of these recent reveals have actually been pretty cool overall. So yeah, let's look at first Mario and Luigi Brothership. So I don't really play the games in this franchise, although I might as well, right? But I think it looks great. I love the look, the subtle cell shading that's going on. Yeah, interesting. And then coming November 7th, so it's a big deal, as this Direct is happening, that I'm thinking, okay, is there going to be a Switch 2 announcement? What are we going to learn about that? And then they did say, there's not going to be any hardware announcements. But you would, with the game, and we'll get to it, but like certain games that were announced, like, were these being held? Or are they going to have a dual release? Nintendo World Championships NES Edition. Nothing. I'm not really into that whole thing, but that's cool. Fairy Tail 2. Not familiar with this, but I mean, this seems like a Nintendo thing. Fantasia Neo Dimension, same here. I don't know what to say about some of these, like, this JRPGs I'm not too familiar with. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, I was surprised about that. Actually, it's a great idea. But January 16th, it seems so far away. But see, I played the original on the Wii and the 3DS. I could see myself playing through this again. This was easier than Tropical Freeze. And not easier as in it's easy, just Tropical Freeze was hard. Mio, Memories in Orbit. Interesting. That's Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake. Wow, there's a lot going on there. But that's neat. More Dragon Quest. This is interesting. This Metal Slug Attack Reloaded. Anything Metal Slug gets my interest, but this was just a tower defense game that apparently was on mobile at one point, and now it's a $10 game. I know I saw it on PC for 10. I would play this, I guess. I was thinking it was gonna be a new Metal Slug. Now this is neat. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. So it's got X-Men Children of the Atom, which I think was the first fighting game, and then it has Marvel Superheroes, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and then randomly the Punisher side-scrolling beat 'em up, which is okay. I actually did play it recently, and it doesn't hold up like these fighters do, but it's a game. So that's neat. You know, I'm the type that does a lot of emulating when I play my games, but this is an example of, oh, I would buy this. I mean, it's not going to be super expensive, and it's going to have all these cool classic games that then you could play easily with others without having to go through the emulation stuff. So I'm down with that. Let's see. Okay. This was the coolest thing I was expecting, but not expecting. I was expecting that, yeah, there was going to be some 2D Zelda game announced, but it's literally a 2D Zelda. And I'm saying that it's because you are Zelda, which is pretty neat. That doesn't happen too often. And I guess it doesn't really matter. It's just kind of cool to make Zelda feel a little different, or the game. Because you also play it differently. So it looks like it's taking cues from, you know, the recent 3D Zeldas and making it where there's a lot of the crafting type of thing, because apparently as you go in the world, you can take objects and then like multiply them and then stack them and be able to like allow you to navigate through the world with like puzzles and platforming. I think there was even blocks of water that Zelda stacked so she could swim up. So this looks great because it's using the engine, which I don't know if it was used with anything else, but the Link's Awakening remake on Switch, which I was playing recently, but I didn't end up beating it, but it looks great. So this was a neat surprise because it's not just another Zelda 2D game, but it's a neat twist. Excited about that. That to me is an awesome sounding release. Like, I mean, this I'm more excited about than Metroid Prime 4, and I'll get to that as we get there. Oh, and then this, yeah. So you know, we're like waiting for this Switch 2, and then now it's like, hey, here's this Hyrule Edition Switch Lite, which, yeah, kind of want to get it, but you know, that's just another thing I don't need, especially when it comes to handhelds. I don't need anymore. Okay, Super Mario Party Jamboree. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played a Mario Party in a long time. Would I again? Maybe. Nintendo Switch Sports. Yeah, it's reminding me how when I first had the Wii, and you know, there's those games. I was like, why is this what I'm playing? But it was kind of fun. There was fun little things to it. Yeah, Wii Sports. So I don't know, but what happens is when these smaller games like this come out, there's always something bigger for me to play. It's just the audience for this are, you know, Switch users. Okay, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. So it was cool to see a trailer of something that was announced like 5 years ago. So it's like, yeah, okay, by now we'd have a trailer. And who knows, that trailer could have been running on a PC. So it's one of those things where until they like kind of sit down and maybe give some gameplay details or thought process behind putting this together, that trailer doesn't excite me too much. Look, and I'm a huge Super Metroid fan, but am I? Because after Super Metroid, I found like Zero Mission to be a little bland, and then I remember Prime. I liked playing Metroid Prime actually, but it wasn't what I wanted. So I never really played Prime 2 or 3 because I knew it was kind of the scanning, exploration, non-shooter, you know, because it's more about the target shooting. That's just the obstacles to get through. So I never played the second or third Prime games. I started them, but never bothered playing through them. So with this fourth one, it's not like I'm like, oh my God, Metroid Prime 4. It's like, okay, finally that they have something coming out and it's been a while. This could be interesting. And when we see how it looked like it ran, it's like there's no way it would look like that on the Switch. I mean, maybe it could, but just looking at the aliasing, looking at how sharp some of that geometry was, most likely, and it just said 2025. It didn't say Switch. It just said 2025. I know it should be obvious if it's Switch or not, right? But I'm thinking it has to do with this landing on the second or the next console. So I think that's what's really going to be going on here. It's when it gets released, we're already going to know about the other console, and it's going to be a simultaneous release. Just I don't know how they're going to handle it if you have to buy both copies. Like with Breath of the Wild on the Wii U and the Switch. We'll see. I mean, to me, the Zelda game is way more interesting than this. The Metroid Prime 4, and again, maybe Metroid Prime is the formula. I don't know, but I feel like there's another way they could go about a 3D Metroid. And I almost wish that was the case, but let's see. And then, oh yes, some Switch Online games. A Link to the Past 4 Swords. No, there's some other stuff. Yeah, Metroid Zero Mission, Turok Dinosaur Hunter. And the first Perfect Dark game, which, interesting that they title it as, the first Perfect Dark game. You'd think Perfect Dark N64 would be pretty obvious. But anyway, that was fun. When that was out back when I was in high school, Perfect Dark, man, we did 4-player all the time. The laptop gun, I think, was the coolest. It was like this laptop you'd throw out and it was like a sentry gun. I don't know, that was so fun. But I think they even re-released it like on Xbox Live, and I don't know. It's not the same when you don't have your friends you're hanging out with all the time playing multiplayer games, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, sure. Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports, that looked pretty neat. I mean, I'm down for a fun, fun sportsy game, a non sim. Formasia, okay. Funko Fusion, yeah, Funko Pop game, that's pretty crazy. The new Denpa Man, okay. Darkest Dungeon 2, Phantom Brave. So Disney, Illusion Island, Mystery in Monoth? Okay. Mystery Monoth is a new update coming to the delightful Disney Illusion Island today. Mickey and friends will locate clues. Free add-on. Okay, so my wife and I beat this game. Mainly her. She played most of it. Really fun game. It's a Metroidvania. So it's neat that it has a free add-on. It's like a year after it came out, maybe. I don't know. That's pretty neat, actually. Or a year. Yeah. That's pretty neat. And then this is wild and crazy to see, the Lego Horizon Adventures on the Switch. It's crazy what Sony is pushing to be its awareness, and it's the Horizon game. That's weird. Very strange. And then Stray on Switch. That's cool. Curious how it would look. I bet you this was to get a Switch 2 port going. I bet when Switch 2 comes out, there'll be a higher res version. Tales of the Shire. The Lord of the Rings game. Yeah, I don't know. And then Just Dance. Ace Attorney. Never really got into those games. Could be cool. The 100 Line. I tell you, so many things I don't know much about. Romancing Saga 2. It's a lot of Japanese-centric stuff, which is cool. That's part of kind of Nintendo's thing. But anyway, so real quick, so again, all of these showcases were neat, but I didn't think any of them were particularly strong in any way. Even Nintendo's, we got a Metroid Prime 4.0. It's coming in 2025. I think the Zelda announcement was awesome, but other than that, there's not other things like I don't know. Uh, I don't know unless I'm just greedy and spoiled. That could be it. All right, let's see what other game. Whoa, that's not right. Let's see what other game news we have. Because I wonder if there's anything else other than the Nintendo stuff, that's been going on. Like, for instance, Post Malone is going to be a playable wrestler. Kind of not my thing. Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake Studio says it regrets announcing the game so early. Wow. I guess, man, when you announce something, people want it. Just like Metroid Prime 4. And that's the thing. A lot of times the hype is just because something was announced, not that people even know what it is. That's what I've seen a lot with games. Starfield is one. Let's see. Okay, yeah, now I'm just like kind of stalling to see. Okay, Fallout 1 and 2 won't be getting remade, Todd Howard says. It's kind of weird. I think you should just do that. I think one does that. If you are a publisher that has an IP, you milk it. That would be an easy win because people like those classic games, and there's so many ways you could do it. You could make it play like the classic isometric look and then have like a updated graphic option. Or what if you try to make it, a different 3D perspective, like update the engine to be similar to like Diablo. Yeah. Shadow of the Erdtree is the highest rated DLC ever, according to Metacritic. Yeah, I've got this locked and loaded, just waiting to play it. I think I won't even be able to get to it till Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think it was like going to be 11 p.m. on Thursday. I'm going to be asleep. Would I stay up for that? If it was a weekend. I sound like an old man, but look, you need your sleep. That's how I function. Let's see. Bandai Namco Summer Showcase set for July 5th. Well, that's neat. That's some news. Let's see. The showcase will be heavy with announcements, reveals, and first looks at anticipated anime games. There will be number of games. Okay. There will be number. I'm just reading this, guys. I'm just reading it. There will be number of game news and reveals, including for Dragon Ball, Gundam, Sword Art Online, and more. So that's cool that they called out Gundam there because they didn't need to. Who does? One just simply does not call out Gundam unless it's a big deal. So, okay. An Anime Expo attendees will be able to play demos of blah, 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 Gundam Breaker 4. Okay, so that's cool. I'm hoping they have some announcements. I know there's this Gundam VR experience. It's not really a game though, from what I understand, called like Silver Phantom. Is that what it's called? Anyway, they said they've got like some more announcements coming. So I wonder if it happens. I'm thinking game VR. I don't know, or another Gundam game. I don't know. I'm wondering if there's going to be stuff related to like that Gundam Requiem for Vengeance show coming out on Netflix pretty soon. It uses Unreal Engine 5, so maybe there's something there. I don't know. Okay, let's see. But that was neat. That I was not thinking I'd hear about. PlayStation Portal update adds public Wi-Fi support and more this week. Wow, I did not know it did not have that. It is strange how sometimes the PS Remote Play is perfect, and then sometimes it's like, no, I can't do that. Let's see. Phantom Brave game. Fairy Tail 2. Okay, we're gonna just get Metal Slug Attack. Oh, that Attack Reloaded is out for all major platforms. Oh, that's pretty neat. And it's $10. Okay, so I think everything else is going to be Nintendo related. That's PlayStation related. Free online multiplayer weekend. Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition reveal coming on Thursday. So that's some cool news. Should Battlefield go head-to-head with Call of Duty in 2025? I feel like they could, because because they are different types of games. It's very interesting how they've slowly morphed into the same thing, and a lot of these games feel the same now. But it should be different. And it could go head-to-head, I guess is the answer. Yeah, so you know what? I think that's about it, because I think the rest is going to be a bunch of Nintendo news. But it was cool. I am excited about this Zelda game. The Echoes of the Wind or whatever. Wasn't yeah. No, it was something. Echoes of Wisdom. There you go. Wind is already in another game, right? Yeah. No. I don't know. These titles are like James Bond titles now. Or what you call different strains of cannabis, I think. Right? I don't know. But no, guys, thanks for watching. This was a lot of fun. Excited for the Nintendo stuff coming. Yeah, I'm interested to see what I'm going to get into today, because I haven't really planned most of my day out past work. So maybe some more Castlevania. I don't know. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Be cool, and we'll talk later. See ya.